The forest had always been alive with whispers, but none were as chilling as the ones that started on the night the fog rolled in and never left. Locals called it Blackwood Hollow, a stretch of trees so dense it seemed to swallow the sun. Hunters vanished, hikers never returned, and those who did stumbled back with empty eyes, mumbling incoherent words about shadows with claws. When a group of graduate students, Claire, Ryan, Elijah, and Marissa, decided to investigate the forest for their thesis on folklore and mass hysteria, the townsfolk only shook their heads, muttering warnings they refused to explain. Claire laughed them off, insisting legends were nothing but psychological tricks of isolation. But from the moment they crossed the rotting wooden bridge into the hollow, silence fell around them like a heavy blanket, and even the birds refused to sing. At first, the expedition went smoothly. They documented tree carvings, abandoned campsites, and scattered bones too old to identify. Elijah joked nervously about Bigfoot, while Ryan filmed every detail for their research documentary. But Marissa was uneasy, sensing something watching. At night, their campfire did little to push away the cold. That's when they heard it, the low, guttural growl that vibrated through the earth beneath them. Thinking it was a bear, they grabbed flashlights, but what they saw was no animal. Just beyond the tree line stood a massive silhouette, towering at least 8 feet tall, its glowing amber eyes fixed on them. The figure vanished as suddenly as it appeared, but the damage was done. None of them slept that night. The next day, they found claw marks raked across trees, deeper than any known predator could make. Ryan, eager for proof, insisted they press further. Hours later, they stumbled upon a decayed cabin hidden in the forest. Inside, journals belonging to a missing hunter told stories of a beast born from the dawn, when shadows retreat but never die. The pages warned of a curse. The forest wasn't just haunted, it was alive, and the creature was its guardian. As they read on, Elijah screamed from outside. They rushed out to find him trembling, pointing to the treetops. A hulking shape leapt from branch to branch with unnatural speed, its body covered in matted fur, its jaw unhinging too wide, revealing rows of jagged teeth. Then, it was gone again, leaving behind only the sound of rattling breath that echoed from every direction. Panic set in. They decided to leave, but the forest disoriented them, twisting paths until every tree looked the same. Hours passed, and night fell once more. This time, the beast didn't hide. It emerged from the fog, its skin shifting like it was made of shadows, its claws dripping with black ooze. Ryan, desperate for footage, raised his camera, only to be snatched in seconds. His screams tore through the hollow, then cut off, leaving only the crunch of bones. Blood sprayed across the trees, and the others fled blindly into the dark. Claire dragged Marissa as Elijah stumbled behind, but the forest seemed to conspire against them, roots tripping their feet, branches clawing their clothes. When they paused to catch breath, Elijah was gone. One moment he was there, the next the fog swallowed him whole. They heard his voice calling from afar, but when Claire followed the sound, she found nothing but a shredded backpack. Marissa broke down, sobbing that they should have listened to the townsfolk. Claire, though terrified, forced herself to keep moving. They stumbled into a clearing lit by the pale glow of the moon, where ancient stones were arranged in a circle. In the center lay piles of bones, human bones, picked clean and arranged like an offering. The beast lurked just beyond the circle, its eyes unblinking, its chest rising and falling with a growl that shook the stones. It stepped forward, but to their shock, it did not attack. Instead, it circled them, almost as if herding them back into the woods. That's when Claire realized the horrifying truth. It wasn't hunting them for food. It was keeping them inside. Marissa tried to run, breaking the circle, but the beast pounced instantly. The sound of her screams would haunt Claire forever. Covered in blood, the creature stood still, its head turning toward Claire with something resembling recognition. Then, in a guttural voice that barely resembled human speech, it whispered, "Stay." Claire's body froze as if bound by invisible chains. She stumbled backward until she hit a tree, paralyzed by terror. The beast faded into the fog, its form melting back into the shadows. Alone, Claire screamed for hours, but no one came. By morning, the forest was silent again, as if nothing had happened. Search parties never found Ryan, Elijah, or Marissa. Only Claire staggered out, broken, her eyes hollow. She never spoke of what she saw, only repeating the same words over and over. The forest hides something worse. Years later, hikers still vanish in Blackwood Hollow, and locals still warn travelers with the same whisper. When the fog rolls in, do not enter. For when dawn breaks, the beast awakens, and the forest will never let you leave.